What's up, Peep Squad is in the building, baby. What's going on? What's going on, Nikki? What's happening? What is popping? Let's get into it. Let's talk about this situation. It is going down. Real Housewives of Potomac season 5 episode 12. I was like, Lord have mercy. What is happening? It's doing way too much, but I guess it's going to be what it's going to be. And it seems like Candice wants to put Monique behind bars. I was like, Lord, she wants her to go behind bars. She wants her to face some charges. I was like, for real, for real? That's how we doing it? Yes, sir. That's how she wants it to be done. She wants Monique to pay. I was like, In a time like this, with all this stuff going on, it's way too much going on, baby. For real, for real. What's going on, Apso? How you doing? What's going on, Manny? What's good with y'all? So let's just get into it and talk about the situation. I was like, Some bull crap ishness is going on. I was like, they're trying to make Karen choose who she should support or whatever. Who are you guys to tell her who she need to choose, Giselle and Robin? If she wants to be in the middle, she wants to be in between, that's her business. If she wants to still be friends with them, that's her business. Why do y'all gotta tell her what to do and how to do it? And then we have Robin and Giselle out here blaming Karen, said Karen could do something. Karen couldn't do nothing about the situation. It just is what it is. It happened, it went down, and now we got to deal with the consequences and got to deal with the backlash, baby. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So miss me with all that craziness. They be just doing too much for no reason at all. But let's check out Monique. Monique got something to say, baby, and she went on to Instagram after the show went on, and basically what she had to say was that, let me tell you guys something. Candice did not want an apology, because tonight episode, Candice was like, I want an apology. Karen, how come Monique hasn't apologized to me? I thought you said you was going to talk to her, blase and the third. We got Monique basically saying that after she met with her pastor, you know, she received an email from Candice's attorney and everything else like that. And they did not want to sit down. They didn't want to have mediation or anything else like that. They wanted to go straight to court. And Monique is saying Candice did not want an apology, point blank, period. That she didn't want an apology. And she sent her this, you know, via email, basically to tell her, you know, we're going to take you to court. We're going to take legal action. This is what, you know, Monique Samuels is saying out here in these streets. So it's her word against, you know, Candice. So it is what it is. And so that's one of the documents that she showed and all this other good stuff. And basically, Monique is saying only thing that Candice Dillard wanted was money. She wanted to sue Monique, and she thought that she was going to get some money from suing Monique, and it was going to be on camera. So therefore, it is what it is. That's what Monique Samuels out here saying. And also, Candice has been getting dragged on the internet when Candice, you know, basically said she's being bullied on the internet. And so I was like, Lord have mercy. So Monique Samuels was saying that Candice Dillard, only thing that she wanted was money, 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 money. And when Monique Samuels decided to countersue, basically the state threw out the charges because they felt like it was mutual combat, and they felt like Candice, you know, kind of instigated the attack too as well. And then Monique Samuels was saying the reason why you are getting bullied, Candice Dillard, is because you've been attacking people for 3 years online. I was like, Lord have mercy. This beef between these two ladies ain't going nowhere. It is off the chain. I was like, Lord have mercy. And then we also have Monique. She is calling out Portia Williams and saying Portia Williams is her sister, because Portia Williams is out here online defending her. So it is what it is. I was like, Lord. So basically, when it comes down to Monique, she's basically saying if she was going to try to apologize after she met up with her pastor and they had a conversation, Candice Dillard was not trying to talk to her. Candice Dillard was not trying to have a conversation. Basically, her attorneys wanted to go press charges because they wanted to counter sue. They wanted civil action against Monique, and that's what they did because they thought they was going to get some money. They thought they was going to get some change. They was going to get some cheddar, baby. So that is the situation. I was like, it's going down. So Monique basically is saying that Candice just wanted money. And she thought she was going to get some from her. I was like, Lord have mercy. Hey, Miss T, what's going on? Hey, Apso. Hey, Nikki. And hey, Happy Days. Hey, Mo. And hey, Ralph. What's going on? What's popping with y'all? So that is the situation that's going down. So, Candice Dillard was really getting dragged on the internet. She was really getting dragged on Twitter because people were saying that, she has a bullying behavior, that she be out here wilding and everything else like that. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. I was like, it's gonna get ugly before it gets better. And also Monique is feeling a certain type of way because she really wasn't on tonight's episode at all. So she is basically commenting on the situation with Watch What Happens Live and basically saying, drink alert, take a shot for every time you hear the word Monique without seeing her on tonight's episode. I was like, go ahead. And so Monique, she's out here, she's on Twitter, she's doing her thing, basically coming for Candice, and because Candice says that she's being bullied by Monique, on the internet, and people have been coming for Candice, basically calling Candice out and saying that she has not been bullied online. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. And people are not happy that Candice wanted to press charges against Monique Samuels. So you guys tell me what you think about this situation. Oh, yes, it's going down. I know Candice Dillard got to feel a certain type of way because she's getting dragged on the internet, baby. But if any one of these people got dragged, would they be going to the popos or the police? Because from where we stand, Monique Samuels ain't sorry. And it is what it is. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. I was like, yo, they really dragging Candice out here in these streets, y'all. They really dragging her out here in these streets. Lord have mercy. You hear Ashley saying that she ain't going to, sit around and wait on Michael to cheat again. If he cheats again, she's out the door. I was like, okay, Ashley. Ashley says she's out the door. Out the door, baby. And I feel sorry for Eddie. This is Wendy's husband. Basically, his family kind of like disown him and everything else like that. I wonder what really happened with that situation. How does his mom really feel about, Miss Wendy and her mother? How did they treat her? Because she totally abandoned her son and his grandkids too as well. And she don't show up to any events. That is a problem. What's up, LSW? What's going on? So that is a situation. So what's happening? So we got Ashley. She is sitting here getting therapy with Michael. Michael done break down and told us that when he was a child, he was not treated right. He had a terrible childhood. His father was a drinker, and he would come home, shower him with love, and then at the next minute turn a evil eye towards him. I was like, Lord have mercy. So sometimes Michael be feeling lonely. Sometimes he be feeling so much going on inside him that, only thing that will relieve his stress is finding another woman and find comfort in somebody's bosom or somebody's back end. I was like, Lord. So Michael is actually opening up at therapy and telling Ashley, like, this is what I'm going through. This is what what's happening to me. So I was like surprised that Michael had all this to say because he was judging the shit out of Ashley's childhood, talking about he didn't want his children to be raised like Ashley was. He didn't really want input for her family because of what she'd been through. But yet now he's telling us he's been through hell and back with his father and he suffered. And basically since he wasn't getting no punani, he had to jump in and find a strange woman at the strip club, at the MGM, and go to the hotel. He kissed her in a cab. He woke up and, there was a picture taken of him. So he's saying all this and all that. I was like, come on, Michael, you done judged Ashley and her mother and her parenting skills. And now you're coming out saying that, the baby's taking everything. This ain't your first time around, Michael, this ain't your first time. This ain't your first child with Ashley. So you understand the protocol. You understand what a woman goes through when she has a baby, whether she feels intimate or not. Then also, Ashley had a tear too in her rectum. So that was a situation too as well. He's acting like he's a first time father and he's jealous of his own son getting the attention from Ashley. I was like, miss me with that craziness. And Ashley trying to make excuses and say, oh, Michael, me and Michael used to engage with other women and other people, but I don't want to do that no more because I got a baby now and I don't like that and I have changed. He's like, oh, so you changed, so you gonna give me what I want? Lord, Michael's been out here dipping and dapping for a long time. He just got really caught out there where he couldn't deny it, where there was there was proof, there was videos, and there was photos too as well. So he had to come out and tell the truth, but he didn't say he went all the way. He said he went halfway. Like, that makes it any better. You a married man and your wife is over here filming, working, just had her first baby over there at, Monique's house at the lake house, trying to make that change in that doorless, and you out here doing the most. And so basically he is jealous of Dean and her attention. This is her first child. This ain't your first child. You've been around this road. You know how it goes. You know the hormones. Like, miss me with that, Michael. Like, you doing too much. And we got Wendy. Wendy is not going to be here for Monique coming to her child's sip and see. She is uninvited. Hey, Major, what's going on? She is uninvited. I was like, Lord have mercy. Hey, Linnell, how you doing? What's going on? Happy days. So she's uninvited. She don't want her to attend because, Monique gave them the okay. She don't want the drama. And plus, she's getting a little get back too as well because Monique didn't let her bring her baby, but let Ashley bring her. So, she got a little bit of a bone to pick with Monique. So it's going to be what it's going to be, baby. I hate the way Michael looks when he's begins to cry. Miss T, you facts. Hey, April Morgan, what's going on? So it is what it is. And so we got Karen. She is talking to her husband and they're having a situation. And basically he's saying, you changed. You ain't the same. You a different person. You got this fame. You got all this other stuff going on. You ain't, you don't take care of me like you used to. You don't depend on me like you used to. And Karen is feeling a certain type of way. She's like, since I'm a public figure, I was like, Karen be pushing it, baby. Is that Uncle Ben? Nah, that's Uncle Ben Senior right there. That's Uncle Ben Senior. Peter Thomas is somewhere else. Lord have mercy. So Karen was like, I'm a public figure, baby. And she was like, my fame and my fortune, does that bother you? He was like, hell yeah, because I can't control you like I used to. And you act like you don't need me, honey. But he didn't say that. But Karen is basically saying, I want to make this marriage work. You don't know if you in love with me, Ray. I've been there by your side. And she paid his taxes. He better pay her back so she can be quiet. So he wants her back cooking and cleaning. Karen is trying to make money, baby. She's doing the damn thing because a lot of women her age, they settle. And Karen is not settling. She is trying to get that money, that paper, that cheese, that dimes, them crumbs, them nickels, them pennies, baby. She ain't playing around. And she says she is a public figure out here in these streets. So she wants to do any and everything that she needs to do to work on her marriage. And she is telling Ray that he needs to take his stubbornness and he needs to take his ego and put it aside and let's work together because he's going to have to do something too as well. It's not just her. So basically she's on the same playing field and always been, but now she's really out there and Ray don't know what to do about the situation. I was like, And so we got Candice. She's going down to the DA's office. She's going down to see the popos, the district attorney, and basically she's gonna press these charges on Monique Samuels. She's gonna give her testimony. She's crying, she's weeping, she's been going through a whole lot. She hasn't been feeling good for a while. She's been tortured. She got PTSD after that attack that she had happened to her, baby. That attack was off the chain, and it was so crazy what happened. I didn't even think they was going to show the footage how Monique got down on that. It is what it is. And but Candice did not learn a lesson. You got to watch what you say and how you treat people because you don't know how they're going to respond to the situation. She's still running off at the mouth. She's still talking way too much and being disrespectful. So it's going to be what it's going to be. So we have Robin. I don't know if Robin's saying that she's not flipping houses no more. She's trying to flip houses, but right now she is selling hats. She's selling merchandise. She's trying to get money. She's putting a wedding, in the back of her mind. She's putting buying a house in the back of her mind. She's trying to get the paper, baby. She's chasing the money like Karen is. It is what it is. And she said she made done $10,000 already. I was like, Lord. And Ashley's doing the damn thing by being a millionaire's wife. And we have Candice. Candice is meeting with her best friend and she is upset. She is feeling a certain type of way, y'all. She wants Monique to be crucified. It is what it is. She says she can't sleep at night. She can't eat. She be nervous and shit like that. She says she has to remind herself that she's okay. She has to leave post-it notes all over the house, y'all. All over the house to make sure she's okay. I guess this was the first ass whooping she ever got in her life. So, it might be like that sometimes. I was like, Lord, blessed I am. Ray is just jealous. Lord have mercy. So, that's Candice right there. And then Candice talking about the charges that she is going to be pressing Monique Samuels with second-degree assault after alleged incident with Candice Dillard. Dragging Monique name all through the mud, just like Monique done dragged Candice. It's a sad situation, but Candice ain't learned nothing from the situation. She's still out here instigating. And plus, she is upset. She's feeling a certain type of way because she feels like Monique Samuel is bullying her online by talking about how she dragged her and everything else like that. So she is hurting about the situation and she don't know what else to do. I was like, Lord, help her. She is hurt, y'all. She is hurt, and she basically said she's being bullied by Monique. What do you guys think about that situation? She is milking this for everything it's worth. That is the case. It's a storyline. She probably was going to get some ducats and some change, but she didn't get no ducats and no change. It is what it is. And so we get to Ashley. Ashley meets up with her uncle. Her uncle said Michael ain't ish. Michael need to come around and talk to me and see me and have a conversation with me, because why is he hiding? He messed up. He did wrong. So why is he hiding? Why is he hiding from the family? Because any other time Michael want to show up and point the finger at Ashley's mother, point the finger at her family, they this, they that, but yet he's embarrassed to come around because he know that he done did wrong. But Ashley was like, please don't hold it against my man. And Mama was like, yo, listen, Ashley, it's way too soon for him to be cheating on you, especially right after you done had the baby. Dean is just too young for that. Like, that's just way too messed up, and she's not trying to hear it. And then Ashley is like, Lord, the reason why is because he wanted some of this and he couldn't get none because Dean just came out of it. So Ashley's also making excuses, for Michael. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, but she lets her family know that if he does it again, she's going to leave. But Ashley's mother basically is saying that there's other ways he can do things. He can hold his composure. He can use his hands. He can use anything else but actually stepping out, because this is not Michael's first time having a child. You know what I mean? He been down this road before. Like, Lord have mercy. What's going on, Norris Tony? And so we have Robin and Giselle. They are talking about Monique's charges, and they're feeling a certain type of way about her charges, baby. And they're like, we don't, Robin's like, I don't really want her to go to jail. And I don't think Giselle really wants Monique to go to jail or whatever the case may be. But they're having a conversation. They're discussing it over there at the Sip and See. And Giselle was asking Candice how she doing, how she's feeling about the situation, because, we've been seeing things on the internet. So what is going on? And Candice is like, and she was also asked by Giselle, so by Robin, do you want her to go to jail? And she was like, well, Candice was like, I want the law to do what the law is going to do. I was like, And they also was calling, Candice a Karen, calling her Karen in disguise, Karen in blackface. I was like, Lord, yes, they have been dragging her. And so her mother, Dorothy, speaks up and was like, wasn't she assaulted? Wasn't she attacked? And it was like, yeah, So her mother was like, her daughter was attacked. So there's something that needs to be done by it. And so therefore, when someone attacks you, you go to the authorities and you press charges. And that's what my daughter's doing. But Monique Samuel was saying, you're not only pressing charges, y'all was pressing a civil suit to sue her and try to get some money. Y'all thought y'all was gonna get millions. That is what Monique Samuels just said on Twitter. I showed you guys. That's what she said. And we got Ashley. Ashley is out here defending Monique, basically saying, girl, Candice, you was an aggressor too as well. You was all up in her face. You was egging her on. You were yelling and you was screaming. And I can hear you from the bathroom, girl. What's going on, thick girl 40? And so you got that situation. So I was like, I was like, Ashley's doing her job, what she's supposed to do, and that's defend Monique, because Monique had her back. I mean, Monique really had her back. So Ashley is stepping out and she's trying to defend, Monique, and also Giselle and Robin feeling a certain type of way about Ashley, talking about, Ashley, you wasn't there. You didn't see what happened. You don't know what's going on. I was like, And then that's when Candice basically was like, oh, what are you, Monique's mouthpiece? Was she paying you too? She's paying you too, because the rumors on the street is Monique be out here paying bloggers, to print stories or tell stories the way that she wanted to be told, allegedly. And Candice Dillard is actually calling Monique out on that and saying that to Ashley. And she's telling Ashley, what, you want her payroll too? You want her payroll too? And Ashley was like, I ain't on her payroll. I am married to a millionaire. And then Candice turned around and was like, not for long, not for long, not for long, not from what I hear, she's like, basically being shitty again and saying shit that she don't know is possibly true or whatever. But the way that, Ashley and Michael marriage is going, who knows? And so then that's when Chris had to jump in, was like, yo, girl, calm down. Somebody got to tell her, calm down. Stop running her mouth. Stop doing the most. You should be able to say whatever you want to say, freedom of speech, but you don't know how your speech is going to affect somebody's behavior and how they attack you. Yes, people should supposed to not put their hands on you, but at this day and age, and any day and age, when you are being disrespectful, you being rude to people, you talking ish, you in their face, they might have the gumption and the nerve and the fortitude and the control where they will walk away, but some people won't. They'll just give you them hands, baby. And that is what happened. So Chris told her to stop it, calm down, be quiet, because you're going in on Ashley and calling her out since she's being paid. What if she's just friends with her? Because Ashley was Monique defended Ashley last season when everybody was coming for her husband. And so now we have Miss Candice Dillard. She is calling out Karen, said, I thought you were supposed to have a conversation with Monique and basically, see where that situation goes. And Karen's like, well, I did tell her to apologize or whatever, to have a conversation with you. Blase and the third. We got Giselle and Robin jumping in saying, Karen, you need to choose a side. You need to choose a side. And it looks like Candice wants an apology. And she just wants to talk to what is Monique doing? Monique said that right after the fight, like less than a week, Candice Dillard contacted her attorneys and everything else like that. And so therefore, Monique was advised not to have a conversation with Candice Dillard. So that was the situation. So I was like, like, what is really going on? So it is what it is. You guys tell me what you think about that situation. Monique Samuels basically saying from the jump street, she could not have a conversation with Candice Dillard at all because Candice Dillard already sought an attorney and there was no mediation or anything else like that. And Monique was trying to apologize to her and Candice was not trying to hear it, point blank and period. And Monique Samuel basically is saying that she wanted to file a civil suit against her to get money. She didn't care. She didn't want an apology. So that's that situation. You guys seen that? So it is what it is. I was like, Lord have mercy. It is going down. And Karen is basically taking the brunt of the situation. And, Karen is basically trying to be friends with both of the ladies. She doesn't want to choose a side or pick a side. They're trying to make her. And that's fugazi. That's real fugazi. For real. And Robin basically wants Karen to pick a side. Yep, that's the situation. Some bull crap. Linnell, she don't want to pick a side. She has that right all day, every day. She don't got to pick a side for nobody. You can't tell this woman what to do and how to do it, when to do it. But the story is that Monique Samuel was saying from Jump Street, from the jump, that, Candice Dilla didn't want an apology. She realized that she can get some money, she can get some checks, and she can sue Monique, and it's going to be filmed, and therefore she wanted her payday. If these guys want to believe that, but Candice Dilla is showing us on TV that all she really wanted was an apology because she didn't know how it went here. So it is what it is. You guys tell me what you think about the situation. Lord have mercy. Even though this situation is old because none of these ladies are gonna, face any charges, the court is gonna throw out the situation, throw out the case. But it's a story. So it's a storyline. So it is what it is, and it seems like Miss Wendy wants Karen to choose too as well. Like she's on that, Karen, you better pick a side. Karen, you need to hold her accountable. Why does Karen need to hold Monique accountable when the law is about to hold her accountable, and there's been, charges filed and civil suits filed against Monique Samuels? Only thing she can do is be supported. Just because somebody she told Monique that she's not happy with her behavior and the decision that she made and fighting. And Karen even said, if it was me, I will call the police too as well and prosecute. And now we're going to have Ashley that's going to run and tell. We got Ashley that's going to run and tell Monique. Karen said if it was her, she would press charges. So basically it is what it is. You guys tell me what you think. Candice in her own fantasy world. She is. Lord have mercy. So the phone line is open. If you guys want to chime in and talk about the situation, let me know, baby. Because if not, I got to get to Chance of Love. It's supposed to be off the chain. And it just, Chance of Love actually comes out on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. So if you guys on, what is that? Zeuse, on Zeuse Network. So basically, that's it with the situation. Wendy looks stupid. Karen already told Monique that. Yep, exactly. Facts. She told her that she messed up. Hey, Chocolate, what's going on? Dr. Wendy better worry about her mother-in-law, Lord, before they come on and have a storyline. Linnell, I tweeted that Monique, she thought... Well, that's what, well, she ain't getting no payday because the court's done threw the situation out the courts. It's out the court. Yeah, Chance had a show. I did the first episode last week, and then tonight the new episode premiered. It's weird. They got a whole lot of people on the show that we know that he will not pick to be in a relationship with or choose at the end, but it's just satire really at this point. But yeah, Chance got a new show, baby. Brittany. A lot of people thought he was bi, but he's claiming that he's straight, so it is what it is.
Press 1 to send a voicemail.
Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Norris Tony from Flint.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's your thoughts?
Hey, yeah, they obsessed with Monique. They talking about her so much in this episode, and she wasn't even on the show tonight. So it's like, shout out to Monique for making some noise. But, yeah, I want to say that Karen, I agree with you when you said she don't need to pick no side. If Karen want to pick a side, she can. That's her choice. These ladies can't tell her what to do. She the grand dame. And, Wendy, like I said, whoever in the comments was right. That she need to worry about her mother-in-law, and she do. Because they didn't even, her husband's parents didn't even come to her sipping, which was a nice party, by the way. I think that was a good event, some good balance to the show tonight. And I'm glad that the ladies didn't get so loud and obnoxious to the point where they embarrassed, Wendy at her event. They had events in the past where the ladies would, their behavior, they arguing with each other and bickering and fighting, brought a lot of attention to that and took away from the event. So I'm glad they didn't take away from her event. So kudos to them on that. But Giselle and Robin, they some instigators. I'm telling you, they are something else. You see how they jumped in, like you called it out, how they jumped in and try to get on Karen. Oh, you need to pick a side. You need to pick a side. Y'all don't need to be worrying about that woman, what she doing. She ain't like y'all. She don't sit up there and follow each other and be a be up under somebody else's skirt. That's y'all's job. Be up under each other's skirt. Y'all act like y'all Siamese twins that's attached to the hip. Y'all need to get a storyline and get your own lives together before y'all be criticizing somebody else on what they need to do. For real, like, I'm sick of them too. Like, I like them, but, you know, like Robin, if you saw the after show with Andy, that's the Robin I like. Because she be speaking like, she be talking with common sense. When Andy was asking her questions about what Giselle was doing and all that different stuff, she was making common sense. You know, she was talking about what she didn't agree with and what she did agree with and stuff like that. Like, you see there's a different side to her when she don't have Giselle up under her and around her. I just wish she would have balls and call Giselle out on her behavior and stop agreeing with everything that she does. Because it's making me and probably a lot of other people think that she don't have, you know, that much of a storyline or a personality or a mind of her own. You know, but I do like her when she's not so much around Giselle. I like her in general, but it's just, I think she just too much of a follower for me. She too far sucked into Giselle's, you know, web. She just not a leader. She just too much of a follower, and she need to get a backbone and be a leader. But the person that I think was doing too much tonight was Candice. She was over the top, like having notes around the house talking about, you okay? You okay? Come on now. This woman did not put bruises on you. She did not put you in the hospital. She didn't give you a black eye, a busted lip, or a broken nose. She pulled your hair, had a tight grip on your hair.
All right, don't go into too much detail. You already know.
I ain't, but like I said, she didn't, you know, that fight was not as bad as, you know, she making it out to be. It's not that bad. We've seen worse on other shows. You know, we've seen worse. And I'm just going to say that we've seen worse on other shows. You know, that wig, that's a good wig she had on her head. I tell you that. That was a good wig. She should focus on selling wigs.
She do sell wigs. That's the thing. I hope it was one of her wigs that she wears. She do sell hair. I don't know if she sell wigs, but she do sell hair.
Yes, well, she need to make that a storyline or something. Invite the ladies to make an event and invite the ladies to. Yeah, I want to see what she got going on, you know. And then, like you said, she was suing Monique for trying to get money out of her and then trying to put her in jail at the same time. Like, come on now. You're not going to get both of them. You're not going to get your wish as far as both of those things happening. I would have rather try to sue her for money. Because she needs that money, you know, to buy her and her husband a house. For real, get out of her mama's house. That's why she's trying to get some money. I would have rather you try to sue her for money instead of trying to get her in jail. Because you need that money, girl, for that house. Because that hair ain't enough money. You ain't making enough money off that hair, so. But yeah, they need to get out of mama's house. She just too much of a, I like her, but she immature. She needs to grow up and stop going. I mean, it's nothing wrong with asking your mother for advice and talking to your mama, but it's like, your mama got to tell you how to solve your problems. Your mama have to tell you what to do. And it's just like, you in your 30s. You need to grow up, baby. Stop like doing what mama says all the time. You know, grow up. And then Wendy, like I said, I'm glad that she wasn't doing too much tonight, but you know, next week she gonna do a little too much. But
all right, Tony. Thank you so much.
Yep, you're welcome. I hope you check my last 2 videos out that I made.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Tony. Hold on for a second, please. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from. We picked it up too late. Tony, you still here? I was trying to get onto the other end. So you guys, please go to Tony's YouTube channel and check out his videos that he put out. I did have a call from California. California, call back in. So please go check out Tony's YouTube channel. He has 2 videos that he just dropped. Please go check him out. He is, actually supporting his cousin's book. So it should be some good information in that book about a success story. Because, baby, we need a success story around these streets, y'all. So California called back. So, they are out here dragging Candice because Candice basically said that she feels like she's been bullied and she's been treated bad. So, people are out on Twitter telling her off, which is a damn shame.
To accept.
Please tell me your name and where you're calling from, and please turn me down in the background.
This is Dave from the Bay. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Dave? What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm just getting caught up on all this Real Housewives of Potomac stuff. I think this is ridiculous. I don't know. Everybody I talk to says Monique doesn't need to be fired, but I feel like she needs to be fired.
Okay.
I don't know. How do you feel about that? Do you think she should stay on that show after she assaulted somebody at work?
I just think because of all the reality TV shows that I do watch, they always have altercation and nobody gets fired.
Really?
Yep. Not that I can remember the last person that got fired. Only shows like they kind of like get fired from is like The Real World. When The Real World was out, like they got Rules, and Bad Girls Club they used to get fired from. But like VH1 shows and Bravo shows, I haven't seen anybody get fired from fighting.
I think she took it to a whole nother level though. I feel like this isn't like the Bad Girls Club. This isn't like a show like that. I feel like she took it to a whole nother level. I don't know, I've never seen anything like this on Real Housewives of Potomac.
Nope, this is the first time for everything. And yes, it went down. And then Monique did explain with her pastor, because you could tell like that anger was just way too much that she had. So it was a lot of pent up anger. It was a lot of things going on with Monique that the reason why it went down like that. And like you said, it was a whole lot. It was a whole lot, baby.
It was a whole, you can't go around with all of that anger, taking it out on people. And for her not to be remorseful on how childish she is, I think that is so weird. She's very, very childish, especially to be in her mid-30s. I think she definitely needs to do a little bit more growing, to be honest. Like, come on, Monique.
So now, for instance, if someone got into your face and say, drag me, or what you're going to do, and it's talking about, a physical altercation and your face doing that, would you be able to walk away, or would you be putting them paws on?
I am 34 years old. I'm 34 years old. I know how to walk away. And I have a clicker to my keys. My car is push to start. I could get in my car, press the push to start, and drive off. She's 36 years old. Why? It goes back to when you were a kid and your mom said, if somebody jumps off a bridge, are you going to do it too? Just because somebody says, drag me, hit me, that means you got to hit that person?
You don't have to hit them, but it seems like Monique granted her wish. I was shocked. I didn't want them to fight.
Me either. Because I'm all about this black love, black positivity stuff.
Amen.
And how many songs have black people wrote? How many times have we told white people not to touch our hair, not to don't touch my hair? It's a song pulled a black woman's wig and started hitting her. I felt like that was just way out of line and too much. I don't know. Maybe I could be reading too much into it, but
no, everybody. There's some people that have their feelings that shouldn't happen, because there's some people that don't have violence in their life and don't even think about having altercation. There's some other people, basically saying, you get in my face and you ask for, I'm going to give it to you too as well. So, a lot of sides are split, but it seems like more sides are for Monique because they're looking at Candice and this and that. But, I don't want to see none of them fighting.
I honestly think in our community, we don't like to side with the victim because we feel like we have to be strong as a people, and they see Candice as a weak because she couldn't wear her back out or something like that. But just because you're black and just because you're on a reality show doesn't mean you have to fight or that you're going to know how to fight. I think we need to get a little bit better about that as a community too. And sidebar off of that, that's done. But Giselle and Robin are getting on my everlasting nerves, especially the ringleader Giselle. She is getting on my nerves with a capital F. Like, I am so done with her. She is so judgmental and so high and mighty, and she's better than everybody when she's not better than anybody, and she's taking back her ex-husband that is a cheater with 6 kids out of wedlock. What is she talking about? Image to uphold. And Robin, I think the only reason why Robin is so subservient to Giselle, because I bet you Giselle has helped Robin pay some of her bills when she didn't have no money. I could definitely bet Giselle has written a check to turn them lights on a time or two. So that's why she has a built-in best friend, because she has done things for her.
All right, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, and one more thing before I leave. People didn't I know this is not this episode, but last episode when she did her homecoming, people were so confused as to why she was doing the homecoming, and it wasn't a big to-do, and usually you do a homecoming for this. It was Karen's homecoming back to her hometown, back to her childhood farm. Like, it was a homecoming for Karen. And I just don't think people really got that.
Yeah, it was definitely a homecoming from for Karen. Definitely.
It was specifically for Karen. So people were like, it's usually when a basketball team or when a football team. Karen was the reason why they were doing the homecoming. So of course it wasn't a big grandiose thing. It was welcoming her back to her childhood farm after her parents, both are deceased.
Facts. Thank you so much, David from California. We appreciate your call. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Bless you. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the situation. Some people are here for Monique, and some people are not here for Monique. Some people don't like physical altercations, point blank, period. Some people are not here for that. They don't appreciate that situation. That's why Karen said that she would have called the popos. She would have called the cops if it was her, because that's how she deals with situation. And you heard, Candice's mother basically say, wasn't she assaulted? So therefore, we're going to let the authorities handle the situation. Some people are here for Monique and some people are not. And now Monique is saying that Candice wanted to get a bag out of this situation, so it is what it is. I guess you pay me for my pain and suffering. People be trying to get bags for anything. Let me tell you, they will sue you in a heartbeat. It don't even matter. For real. Show their emotions. I feel you, Miss T. Yeah, it's gonna happen sometimes. It's gonna happen sometimes. Some people are able to control their emotions and let you get with it. Some people got a short fuse where when you say certain things to them, you might get a response, because everybody you're not gonna talk crazy to. And and I believe Candice felt comfortable, like there's security there. There hasn't really been any fights on the show, and she grabbed a butter knife at one point in time. Robin grabbed the umbrella. So she just basically felt like, what, I could say what I want to say and do what I want to do. And, basically we're not going to put our hands on each other. And even though they had a relationship, so Candice was getting hyped. She, she was feeling the liquor. She was dancing around. She was twirling. You guys already know that, Candice Dillard, fancy herself after Kenya Moore. She said it. The video's up on my channel. So, you know, she didn't think that was gonna happen. She thought that she was gonna get close to Monique's face and straddle around. And I don't think anybody really thought anything possibly was gonna go down. It was gonna actually really happen when he was actually filming this. But Monique got all this pent up aggression against everybody because she feels like everybody's coming against her outside of, you know, Ashley. And Ashley at one point was coming against her and she knew all the information. And then now you have Karen. She knows Karen is, you know, she was still suspect with Karen, but the plot that Monique said that they're plotting on her, you know, with her best friend Gigi, and they tried to bring out this stuff and say that she's having an affair with her, you know, personal trainer, and that the baby that she just gave birth to is not Chris, and that was supposed to be displayed at the reunion, but the baby looks so much like Chris, so they had to scratch out that story. But one thing about Candice is the one was asked to fill out a complaint, a letter, or write a letter for Monique against Gigi and put a gag order on her because Gigi was going around and she got, you know, Sharice's phone number from Candice. They was on a phone from 2 hours. So at that point, it seems like Monique felt like Candice was her enemy. Candice felt like Monique had turned on her when she started chilling with, you know, Giselle when they was having a good time, Blase the third. So it was a lot going on. And then Monique got a message from Giselle saying that, hey, listen, you know, Candice befriended Sharice, you know, to get information on you, and she kept that inside. Then you got Ashley telling Candice, well, you invited Sharice to the wedding, but Monique told you, you know, maybe a week before, not the wedding, but the anniversary of the wedding party that Candice was happening with Chris, not to invite Sharice because Sharice recently did something. Sharice said she didn't do shit to Monique. She don't understand why, because her and Monique was cordial. They didn't have a problem. But I guess, you know, Monique heard that Sharice was talking to Gigi, Blase the third. So Monique felt like everybody was coming for her job. They was coming for her. She just gave birth. And then she was really disappointed at Candice because she said, you know, she felt like if anybody was going to do her in, it wasn't going to be Candice. And Candice getting into her face in front of people. And it just went ham. Monique just went ham. She just had it up to here because she's dealing with all this stress. It's affecting her marriage, her and Chris, all these rumors, this allegation. Monique starting her own business with Not for Lazy Moms, her podcast. So now she's feeling like if anybody, Candice should have my back. We was cool, but it didn't happen that way. And it was a lot of messages going back and forth between Candice getting the earful, Monique getting the earful, and then boom, when they got there at that, you know, they got there at Giselle's event and went ham. Ashley tried to get the heat off of her and say, don't you love everybody? Candice, because Candice said, I love all you ladies. And then Ashley said, don't you love all the ladies? Don't you love Monique too? And then boom, bada bing, it went down from there. So yeah, some people can walk away. I've walked away plenty of times, and plenty of times I haven't walked away. It's hilarious. I laugh every once. Monique is a Libra, and she definitely filtered with the trainer. Lord have mercy. Candice only questioned how was doing her hair. Looking the wig straight. Lord. Tanya, Candice cannot sing. She needs to sit her butt down. Y'all are messed up. Monique needs to state that she always had fight her way through life coming from Baltimore. Yes. And Monique actually stated that at the end of the day when she met her with her pastor, and her pastor told her to have a conversation, or, you know, this is why you actually did this, because, you know, Monique was picked on. She had a hard life, a difficult life, like most people do, and have difficult and have traumatic childhoods. Now we even hear Michael saying that he got a traumatic childhood. So, you know, she was going to talk to Candice, but Candice's attorney reached out to Monique, and so therefore Monique was advised not to talk to her attorney. Her attorney advised her not to talk to Candice Dillard. So Monique is basically trying to prove with her tweets that she posted tonight that Candice Dillard never wanted a conversation, because she went straight to the popos. She went straight to an attorney. She went straight to make a statement. So therefore, she didn't leave any space or any room for Monique to apologize. So that's the situation. So it is what it is. I was like, Lord, it's sad because you don't want them fighting, and I really wanted, you know, Candice and Monique to be a team, but, you know, Candice is talking about, you know, she's okay with her doing 5 and 12 years. 5 and 12 years is a long time to put somebody behind bars, for real, for that incident. You know, Candice is all right. She's still walking, but we know some people get sentenced, you know, a lot, you know, when it comes to aggression, it comes to, you know, fighting, but the court has ruled at it being mutual comeback, and Candice Dillard, was an instigator in the situation that happened. So therefore, the courts throughout the case, throughout Monique's case and throughout Candice's case. And Monique only filed the case against Candice because she was countersuing because Candice pressed charges and also wanted to file a civil suit against her. So, you got that situation, which is real crazy, for real, for real. So it is what it is, and they're going to keep going on with the situation. Monique is feeling a certain type of way, so that's why she posted tonight, because, she's feeling like y'all trying to play me. I'm not even on tonight's episode. Y'all talking about me. Who does she remind you of? That sounds like NeNe Leakes. I ain't even on the episode, but y'all talking about me, so, I don't know if Monique Samuels is going to get the NeNe Leakes treatment. We'll see what happens. We don't know who is favored over there, from Real Housewives of Potomac when it comes to the network, and Andy, who is the favorites? Is it Giselle? Is it Robin? Is it Karen? Is it Ashley? We don't know. So we'll see. And some people feel that Monique was really wrong and just walk away. I don't think I've ever been at a fight on a job. Never been in an altercation at work, but sometimes shit happens. And the only thing you can do is pick up the pieces and keep moving. That's all you can do. But, some people are feeling a certain type of way because Monique has posted things about, dragging, Candice. And Candice has talked crap about Monique too as well. But people are also saying and tweeting that basically if Candice would have won the fight, would she be pressing charges? So, Lord, I can't... with the bird attack. Oh, the bird attack. I know. That was funny. Babe boy, Monique is dangerous. This is going to bite Bravo and Mike. We'll see. They showed it. They still got her there. So I guess they're going to take all precautions or whatever the case may be. Maybe they might vote on it. Who knows what's going to happen. Maybe they might try to freeze out Monique, but they can't really freeze her out because she still have Ashley to film with, and she still has Karen to film with, and Robin may or may not film with her again, but it's all going to be taking place on the reunion. So we're going to see what happens. Monique needs to go. Patricia said Monique needs to go. So, babe boy, you got somebody in the building that agrees with you. LSW, Candice mommy, what should I do? It's one of them situations. Would you guys press charges against Monique if the shoe was on the other feet? Because a lot of rappers had said in the past that people tried to test them and wanted to basically get a case against them. And, Fat Joe was one of the main ones that said he was getting cases filed against him back and forth when he first came out. So he just thought Giselle is Bravo's favorite. She might be, right? Because she has that new show, Tony. You guys, don't forget to go check out Norris Tony YouTube channel. He just dropped 2 videos. Go check him out. Show him some love. And he's also reading a book too about his cousin and success story. And maybe, it's positive. It's positive information. Look at Ralph. Ralph is like, it's good she didn't do it. Lord. Ralph is a mess. It's good she didn't do it. Fresh houses, no, but never film with her again. Okay. So, Babe Boy said, press charges, no, but never film with her again. So, how many of you guys would press charges against, Monique Samuels if you were actually Candice? And make them mad and then tell them how to react. That's Miss T from New Orleans in the building. Giselle could have stopped Monique. She didn't want to stop her. Giselle and Robin are blaming Karen now, saying that Karen should have talked to Monique. Karen should have did this. Karen should have did that. Come on. Karen is trying to keep her marriage together. Thick Girl 40. Monique ain't going nowhere because every Real Housewife franchise have a fight. So Monique ain't going nowhere. Oh, you said that from the pit of your soul, girl. I read it in all caps. Thick Girl 40. Miss Chrissy, baby, if you talk value and reckless, expect the obvious results. Oh, you mother suckers ain't playing. Monique Finally, Monday. It is Monday, baby. You must be working. Monique deserved a chance to redeem herself. Facts. Bay Boy 925 Ralph. She did not lie. Happy days. I'm getting a mediator. Okay. I like that. Happy days. So I don't think I'll press, but I'll tell her I was, so she'll be shook. Okay. I see what you're saying. So you'll tell her, you'll play around with her. Tanya, not me. Tanya said, not me, baby. Miss T. Really, Fat Joe, things were different back then. Well, Fat Joe, he came out and he made, he was on the Breakfast Club and he talked about how he had to just control himself because people would test him and run up and try to get into an altercation with him so they can just sue. And he said he was paying like $80,000 a year to $100,000 a year in just lawsuits. And so he had to just back up. So that's what he said on the Breakfast Club, Monica. I am glad that Monique checked Candice. Babe boy, Giselle is fake. Those green eyes are going to her head for sure. Patricia, please speak up against violence. I did. Violence is not good. Violence is not good. Violence is not the key, but you can't do certain things and think people are not going to react. Do we want to see sisters fighting each other? No. Did we want to see Candice, Monique fight each other? No. Because, you could really just say Monique fighting Candice because, we wanted them to be solidified. We wanted them to be solid. It seemed like they were close and they really have a dynamic personality together. So them two and plus Karen, that would have been rival for the situation. So no, I don't agree with it. In my opinion, if I was Monique, I would have walked away because I'm not risking nothing. But at the end of the day, Monique had a whole lot of shit going on. Now, if I had all the pressures and all this other stuff, maybe, but I really do have a lot of self-control. So therefore, I look at the bigger picture and I try to play chess with my life that, I would walk away from the situation. As soon as she got close, I wouldn't have been a punk, I don't care if somebody called me a punk or a sucker or whatever they want to call me, but I would have walked away. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have gave Candice that. Why I wouldn't have gave it to Candice? Because look what Candice is doing. Candice is milking this, and I don't blame her. She was injured. She was assaulted. So therefore, she's going to milk the situation. It's a storyline for her. And then we're not talking about her honeymoon. We're not talking about Chris and his kids. Where the hell they at? And is he going to ever, is he still paying child support? Has he visited his kids? Why he can't see his kids? Why the mother keeping his kids away? You know what I mean? And then on top of that, I wouldn't have been able to give Giselle and Robin the glory that they wanted to have us to go against each other because they don't want us to be close. They don't want us to be tight because if you check out Robin and Giselle, anytime someone is building a relationship, they come in and say something like, they come back and they say stuff to the other person to separate them. I wouldn't give them, I would have to have so much control over myself because I hate for somebody to win over me that I know that they're doing some ish behind the scenes. You can't with Monique knowing what Giselle and Robin was up to with Sharice allegedly, and also with Gigi, Monique's ex-best friend. I would have just walked away because that's what they want. Not afraid to lose my job, but I just can't give in to the enemy. And at the time that, and I don't want to give somebody the benefit. Oh, I set that up. I did this. Look what I said, and now they're getting the glory. Now you got Giselle. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm bringing security guards. Monique don't deserve to be around. I would never want them ladies to discuss my faith or whether I should be around or whether I should be locked up when I know that they don't like me anyway. And this is helping their storyline. So I would have walked away, but I'm not Monique. People will exploit you, verbally abuse you, and provoke you. Abuse you is abuse. Don't do either because both is wrong. Facts, Miss Chrissy, baby 123. Major, I'm not justifying violence, but I also know enough to run my mouth, then cry if I can get the consequences. Karen is fake as hell. Lord, why you coming at Karen? Karen is doing good this season. But Karen's old school. You see how Karen was raised and where she come from and how she be acting. Karen will call the cops. Karen will call the cops. Karen is going to call the cops. She is going to call the cops all day, every day. That's Karen. So she wasn't lying. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from. I guess Louisiana, try to call back in again. I said hello. I didn't hear anything from your end. Sounds crazy, but I've been a man by woman. I ain't with that. If I react, yes, exactly. If you react, that's what's going to happen. So sometimes you got to control yourself. And sometimes people can't control themselves. Like, for real, for real. It happens like that. Okay, let's see.
Miss T.
Hey, Miss T, what's going on? Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
You know, it's me, Miss T from New Orleans.
Hey, New Orleans, what's going on, Miss T? What's your thoughts?
Not much. My thoughts are Candice met the right one on the wrong day and got her ass and got just what she was looking for. Be clear, this didn't just pop off. You've been trying to fight this girl when she was pregnant, if you don't recall. So you've been provoking me. But she would have drug her then, like she said. But luckily for you, you made it because she was pregnant. But she's not pregnant anymore. So now she can do what she really feel and needs to do. Because I think if she wasn't pregnant, she would have drugged her when they was at the little hoedown last season. When she was going off again. You gonna drag me, Monique? She said all of that, but because Monique was pregnant, she couldn't do it. Oh, she's not pregnant anymore. And her mama just has too much control of her life. That's because she likes it. She got it like that. Like, it was crazy. She's the only one who brought two people to the party. I'm sorry. She had to have her mama and her husband. Like, really? Really? That's why was he there? Like, it was so weird. It was just weird. And then, clearly, she doesn't listen to anybody. Like, shut up.
He had to tell her, like, be quiet, stop.
Quiet. Like, you talk too much. Absolutely. That's your number one. You talk too much. And then you're so arrogant and pompous with it. Like you're better than anybody or anything. Like, come on. Come on. She lives in a fantasy world, I'm telling you. She's got too many enablers, too. That's why she deals with her mom, because her mom, she can't think for herself. Like, she's been playing an adult for years, but she's not really one. So until she get her stuff together, that's crazy. She wanted money. Oh, see, it all came down to getting some money. But you're already getting money because you got paid through Bravo when you started this. I think that's all the money you need for this fight. Like, real talk. I don't know why. I don't know. I wish Ashley had been there and seen it with their own two eyes. Because Ashley is the only one, well, Ashley and Karen are the only two that have clearly seen this situation for what it is. The others are so blind it doesn't make sense. But then you don't want her, we don't want her to go to jail. I was like, oh, really?
They just want her off the show. They don't want her.
Right.
They wanted her off the show. They're still shocked that she's still filming. That's why Giselle came with the security guard to let Bravo know, I'm scared, baby.
Girl, bye. Giselle, girl, bye. She better, her and that security guard, she flew out of there with that shirt with wings. Girl, bye. Giselle gets on my nerves. And it looks like next week you're going to break up with your ex-husband who you're not really in a relationship with. Okay. We're still doing that. Like, Giselle ain't got nothing else going on. She better worry about whatever. She ain't got nothing else going on. And Robin's too busy focused on this. She needs to be worried about some taxes. I hope them hats are I really hope they help you get over the hump. Them hats look crazy, but okay.
She said she's putting the house in the back of her mind, and also the wedding, because she's trying to make money, because now she got to pay the $90,000, and Wanda's probably shaky now. Wanda's probably like, I can't marry this woman.
The only reason he has not run for the hills is because he's not part of this. That's the only reason he was so chill at dinner. Because when he said, oh yeah, this is your problem. This is you. Not me. So as long as Juan ain't involved in it, and I don't believe that he will ever, clearly she can't handle money, which is crazy to me. Like, if that had happened to me, no, I'm not doing anything with money. I need somebody to help me. What are you talking? What? And you just forgot? Okay. So that's the only reason Juan was around. When he looked at her at that bar, like, Yeah, that's your thing. That's you. That's all you.
You. That's exactly what he said.
And I promise you, if it had been anything that he's been involved in, yeah, he would have gotten ghosted. Because that's the reason they're not married now. He's been making you tap dance and prove yourself. So to me, again, anything with money, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. I need help. I don't understand. Robin takes on these things like that she thinks she knows and understands. All of a sudden, she knows how to flip houses. She knows how to gut them. All of a sudden, she knows how to sew and make hats. All of a sudden, she okay. You right, girl. You so right. Bless your heart. And Wendy, she needs to worry about what's going on in her family, in the immediate family. That's what she needs to worry about. And it's sad because that's a really good story. That should have been your storyline. That right there. Your issues with your family, you would have won me over a little bit. But between your arrogance and your bad wig choices and extra makeup, it's too much. It's way too much. And I can't with her. She don't even know half the story. She just jumping on a okay, you're right. And has everybody forgotten that Candice last year was running around with a butter knife? How quickly we forget. Because if her husband hadn't run up on her, and they had to pull that girl off of her, she would have. I think that would have been a physical altercation right there. And that you threatened me with a weapon, I could say. This was just my hand hitting you over there, beating your head on the table. You came with a whole utensil. And you even saw how Wendy looked at her the last time when it was a knife sitting there. She was getting an argument with somebody. She was like, oh, there's a knife right there. So, yeah, everybody knows the truth. Why are we forgetting that Candice gives it just as well? She gives it. She just can't take it. She can give it all day, but as soon as it comes to her life is in shambles. Girl, you got notes, really? You gonna be okay? Okay from what? Like, I don't understand. What are your dreams about? What? It's okay. You're gonna be okay. Girl, just cry me a river. Her and that violin. And that's really messed up to do that. So y'all really weren't friends. Or in your mind. Because I wouldn't do that to a friend. Even if we fall out or what have you, and all that back behind, all that mess with Sharice and all that, that's not what a friend or really an associate does. It's really not. So, clearly, you already decided what you are. So, there's really no need to, I think that's what kind of pushed Monique over the edge. Like, this was all bull. It was all BS with you. And you're still talking.
It seems like they wouldn't have nothing this season if it wasn't an altercation. Because, I mean, they're stuck on this. You can't really get into Ashley's situation. None of the situations. They just focus on this.
It would have been dry. Oh, yeah, Ashley's so happy. That's why she focused on this. Because we're not talking about Michael. Cool. Yeah, let's keep this all about this fight.
And what about Eddie? I want to meet Eddie's family. Come on, could we get an interview with Eddie's family? Could his mother tell her side of the story? Because they looking bad out here in these streets. Like, what is their side? Right. Come on, Bravo. Don't just be giving us one side.
There is 3 sides. And they making them look really bad. There are 3 sides. Okay. You say so. But, I just think that they're all, there is nothing else. This is the first season that I will say, like, they finally, like, they stepped it up a notch. I think they all Bravo had a meeting with them, like, listen, y'all got to do something, too. Y'all seasons is kind of whack. And we don't want to pull this, so I'm going to need you to do a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And Bravo's also not. They fire who? Where? Fire where? Pink slip what? No. We making the most money that we've made off of this franchise because of this. You think I'm about to let any of this go? No, they're gonna work it out, or it's gonna end up like they're gonna try to do this like a Kenya and NeNe thing. Like they're gonna. I'm telling you, because it sells. So. Somebody's going to try to reunite you. That can be like next season's scene. And you can come in, and we can do like the whole thing that NeNe did at the table. And we can do this whole scenario, because literally that's the same thing. These two women will never get along. It's not gonna happen. Let it go. Same thing here. These two women are never gonna get along again. It is what it is. Because Monique is one of the people that's cut and dry. I think Candice would soften in time and be ready to be a friendship. But Monique, I don't, especially after you didn't file papers yet. It's not going to work. But you didn't want to talk to me anyway, so that just kind of shows where you're at. She needs to talk to somebody, really, because she lives in her own world. Because is it me, or do they pacify her?
Pacify who?
Candice.
They don't like Candice, but they deal with her, because even Robin said, and she gets on my nerves, but I wouldn't put my hands on her. So they all, and then when they did have a deep conversation, when Monique got on Instagram like months ago, basically she said Giselle, Robin, and Charisse do not like Candice, and they want Candice off the show because Candice actually took Charisse's spot, and Monique said that they wanted her off the show too because, they want to put up Giselle, Candice, and Giselle, Monique, and wanted her off the show with Charisse. So therefore, basically Monique was basically saying that they don't like her, and I think Candice realized they don't like her either, but her and Monique was supposed to have that bond because they knew at the end of the day that Giselle and Robin didn't like them, but they couldn't keep their friendship up, so it just they let the he said she said get to them.
Right, but why do you think Candice then went and exposed everything? Like, what possessed Candice to go and tell us about the dinner that they had and all of that?
Because I think at the end of the day, I think Giselle or Robin kind of turned on her, or something happened where she just wanted to just, explain her story. So basically she said they were all in a plot against Monique, and she basically laid it out that, they was at Andy's baby shower and they were plotting to get her out. They didn't want her out. They was plotting to bring the baby, to say that,
the trainer,
and the baby wasn't Chris, but then they decided not to do that. And so they didn't want, so
they really did. You saw Robin's response. Yeah, she can't lie with the hot crap. But she was all over the place. Well, and when they asked her about it, she should have just kept her mouth shut. Really.
And I think Monique was upset too because she had to ask Candice what was actually going on, because Ashley is the one that told Monique everything was going on once they got cool. And so Monique went to Candice and asked Candice what's up, and then so Candice told her everything, but Monique was also feeling like Candice brought in the trainer situation, was bringing it up, and Ashley said, I'm not going to bring up the trainer, I'm not going to bring up Charisse, I'm not going to bring up the trainer or anything else like that, but the other ladies did. Giselle was the first one to bring it up.
Giselle's audit.
She was on the first episode.
She's audit. She's again, focus on the wrong thing. Focus on your dressing skills. Do that. Focus on, let's get that together first. Then you can move on and be, like tonight, she was like, so my phone's been blowing up. She couldn't wait till Candice sat down. Ooh, she couldn't wait. Come on, sit right here. Sit down. Have a seat. So I can bring this up about all these texts. Ooh, has your phone been blowing up? Like, ooh, yours too? Yeah, everybody knows. Okay. She was the first one. Girl, tell me what's going on. She was sitting there. She wanted to hear it all. Tell me. I'm listening. And then you guys say, oh, no, she shouldn't go to jail. Like, we don't want that. That was funny. Yeah, you're playing. You don't know how people are going to react. Again, you don't know how people are going to react. That was never your goal. But now that it's on now what? Like, ooh, we don't want that to happen. We didn't mean for that part to happen. Okay, y'all right. And didn't Robin kind of flip-flop when they were at the meeting after Giselle stormed out for no reason and expected them to follow? Didn't Robin that's when Robin was like, well, she is annoying, and she is this, and she is that. Okay. So I just don't understand why they don't see that she literally provoked that. Like, I can't wait for the reunion. I cannot wait. Because everything's taped. That's the dumb thing to me. Like, we can rewind, right? Okay. Like,
Exactly.
We can put a slow motion. So I'm sure that Andy is going to, he's going to be messy Andy, but he's going to get to the bottom of it. I think he's going to hold Candice accountable for her birth, because nobody holds her accountable. Nobody. She really believes she did nothing. What did I do? I didn't do anything. It takes two to tango. And like Ashley was saying, that's why I really wish Ashley hadn't been in the bathroom. Like Ashley was saying, no, you were giving it just as much. You just couldn't take that. Clearly your mouth, she's used to talking, and she's never gotten the right one. But she did, because Potomac is what? They're all like upstanding, and they don't, we're all hold ourselves in high regard. But yeah, we're just gonna fight. Clearly, those ladies only fight with their words. She wasn't ready for a real fight. She was ready to talk her stuff like she always do. And like you said, the liquor was flowing. She was feeling good.
And she was kind of pissed off with Monique, because before the situation went down, when it was at the lake house, she felt like Monique didn't say goodbye to her, that Monique fell asleep on purpose. She felt that Monique
really was asleep, though. Like Chris was talking to her, too, and she fell asleep. He was like, really?
And then Monique also, basically got at Candice, was like, oh, why are you bringing the girls to a side, this and that, and then, Candice apologized, was like, yo, listen, I had to tell her something. And so, Candice been apologizing all day at the lake house to Monique. The Monique at the end of the day went off on her again. So Candice felt like she was going to get her get back by canceling the podcast with Monique. And then she said that when she was dancing around, I canceled. Yeah, she did that. Oh, really? So she was egging a lot of shit on. And so, but Candice felt like, she wanted to get back at Monique, because she felt like Monique really got into her ass at the lake house, and all she did was apologize. And I think at that point, maybe Giselle, maybe Robin got into her ear. I don't know. But, once, Ashley said, after Candice said, I love all the ladies, Ashley was like, do you love Monique? And then it went down.
Yeah. Because Monique don't play that. Monique knows I see you. Now at the lake house, Monique was a little extra, but clearly she was already. And besides, now we know the backstory, but she was already irritated and good with Candice. So when Candice kept apologizing, I was like, girl, just sometimes you can't. It's not time yet to apologize. She's gotta stew for a minute. It's not going to work. She's not going to think you're genuine. She's just going to think you're doing it because she's pissed off. But she was kind of, she had a lot of low blows and side comments. She was upset they didn't roast them marshmallows, girl. She was upset. But it's Monique. I think Monique can't play fake like very well. Clearly she dealt with them, but she didn't have time for that. I think she really thought they were friends. Like, you did the most, and you over here acting like it ain't nothing. And on social media, Candice, you say some things too. Let's be very clear.
Oh yes, she does. But thank you so much. I appreciate the phone call. Thank you so much, Miss T.
I'll talk to you.
Okay, God bless.
Same to you.
Same thing to you. God bless you too. Well, that's the episode. It is what it is. It done went down. The fight done already took place. Only thing you can do is, repair the situation. And basically, Monique is coming out here saying that she's getting counsel from her pastor, and he's helping her deal with her traumatic situation and the anger, the upsetness, the pain that she has went through in her childhood, and the reason why she, end up blacking out and just losing it. So she's trying to get the help that she needs, allegedly. And so therefore it is what it is. It already happened and already took place. Monique is still on the show. She's going to stay on the show. No one's getting fired. Bravo loved these ratings. They're getting their money's worth. And then at the end of the day, when Bravo's tired, they're going to spit the ladies out and throw them away. We already seen what they did to NeNe Leakes. She was valuable for a while, but once you can be replaced, you can be replaced. So it is what it is. So it went down like that. And Monique is out here saying Candice Dillard wanted money. So I don't know if you know what? You should not say sorry if you don't mean it. And I think Monique apologized to the women that was there and for her action when she went there, but she basically didn't really say that she's not really sorry with Candice because the shit kept continuing. And I think she got even more upset when she found out that Candice was pressing charges, and then now she is filing a civil suit too as well. So therefore it just went to, you know what, whatever. It is what it is. And it was going back and forth. Candice's attorney was out here talking shit on Instagram. Monique attorney was out here talking shit on Instagram. We had two lawyers beefing on the internet, you know, a long time ago about the situation. So it is what it is. And not only do people fight on Potomac, they fight on Bravo, they fight on VH1, they fight on WeTV. A lot of these reality TV shows, it's about, you know, an altercation, and they film it, and that's why they feed them certain different things, you know what I mean? Because you have reality TV stars come out and say, oh, they gave me this, they gave me so much to drink, this and that, and you have producers, you know, basically, you know, amp the cast members up to as well and say, go, cut, film, you know what I mean? So, you know, if Bravo had a problem, they will remove each and everybody that fights on the show, but they don't. Any of these shows will remove people, but it gets people talking. And this is what basically Real Housewives of Potomac is about, this altercation. And I knew it was going to be like the whole season. I don't know if they're ever going to move forward, but this is going to be the situation. Nobody going to jail. The charges was dropped. The court system, the criminal justice system said it was mutual combat. They said that Candice was an aggressor too as well. She initiated too. She might have not thrown the first hit or pulled the hair, but they said it's mutual comeback, and they threw out both of their cases. So once the court make their decision, I guarantee you Bravo made their decision too as well. I don't even, let's not attack other people's spelling. I have no idea what that's about. Teresa flipped the table. Teresa flipped the table. You know, there was altercation. And then, you know, Mob Wife had their altercation. There's been altercation. Portia got into it with, you know, Cynthia Bailey. Portia got into it with, you know, Kenya Moore. There's so many other fights that go on TV that we have seen. Mob Wife was off the chain when they had their altercations too as well. It was a straight out brawl. And then if you watch the reality TV shows back in 2016, 2014, 2005, 2006, there was altercations on TV. And that's what the producers and the production want. They want you to get out there and wild out. This is what they're paying you for. They're not paying you to be prim and proper, you know, but, you know, people do have a feeling about like the other shows that they don't show, like the other franchise, they don't have too many, the other, you know, like Orange County, Beverly Hills, or whatever. They're saying that, you know, they're comparing the two, and people are always going to compare the two, but, you know, it is what it is. Shit happens. And it's what you do after. And what can you do after? Do you punish somebody and put them in jail? Do you fire them and all this other stuff? Do you give them a second chance so they get a second shot? Because some people do deserve a second chance. And maybe she's not sorry. You know, she's probably sorry that she let it get there, that she let someone, you know, get her out of her skin, out of her skull, and then do what she did, and then the repercussions, because hiring an attorney and going through the backlash, and Monique is constantly defending herself. Either she's doing 100 interviews, she's uploading to Twitter, you know, she's uploading to Instagram trying to defend herself, and I know she wished she wasn't in that spot. If she could take it back, I bet you she wouldn't do it, because it's just too much of a headache. It's even more of a headache than it is. But it's hard to say sorry to somebody that you think that was out to get you. And that's the situation. She thinks Candice was out to get her with Giselle and Robin and Charisse, even though we don't see Charisse, but, you know, Monique made it clear about the situation. So, you know, people fight every day, every single day. It's not right, but people fight. So the chances are you need to learn how to defend yourself. You need to learn how to defend yourself in any just to learn how to defend yourself, period, because you never know what you're going to encounter, what you're going to come in contact with, or anything else like that. So you should know how to defend yourself. And if you are going to be up in somebody's face and yelling and screaming, even though you want to keep it verbal, there's chances are that that person might get even more angrier than you and then end up, having an altercation with you. And then now you're not able to defend yourself. I'm not going to be up in anybody's face that, and if I can't defend myself, and I don't think I'm going to be in anybody's face, period, because I don't get down like that. Like, I'm too old to be fighting. Like, yo, you got to be a lady out here in these streets. But there are some people that if you push them to the point, because you don't know what they're going through, just like when you go to the post office, they say, oh, that person went postal. You better be careful when you're at work and how you treat people, because one day they might come in and go postal or do something that is totally out of the ordinary, because people have a breaking point and people are temperamental too as well, where normally on any other day they can hold it back, they can walk away, but today is the day. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. So it happens. Candice was in her face, Patricia. She got all up in her face and said, you gonna drag me? She was doing the most. I'm not justifying Monique actually attacking her, but if you're in somebody's face and you're telling them to come get this, drag me, what you gonna do? You're asking for them to do something to you. So therefore, if you're not prepared to defend yourself, you shouldn't say things like that. You can't threaten people. You can't ask people to do something to you and they do it, then you get upset and you go to the cops. Like, if I can't defend myself and if I don't want to fight, I'm going to be at least 6 feet away, or I'm going to social distance myself and talk my ish near security. And so therefore they can run through and protect me, because I'm pretty sure Candice thought that, there was going to be security there. And she probably didn't think that Monique was going to respond that way. So you don't know how a person's going to respond. That's why they say treat people like the way that you want to be treated when you leave your house and you go out in public, because you don't know what that person that you're coming at, what they've been through or what they have faced right before they came and encounter you. Now you're popping off at them and thinking that, oh, I just said this and I have a right to use my words. And yes, you do. But you don't know how that person's going to respond, because you don't know their mental anguish. So you better be careful. You got to be careful. And this is for real life, because we see what's going on out here in these streets. There's Karens everywhere. There's people trying to provoke people, and do things to people, to film it and put it on camera and say this party's bad, that party's bad, the Democrats are bad, the Republicans are bad, these people are bad, that person's bad, and things like that. You don't know what a person's been through when they meet up with you. So chances are, either you keep it moving or you be prepared to defend yourself. Okay, Patricia. You're not gonna get the situation. It is what it is. You have your own opinion, and you have a right to your opinion, just like everybody else have a right to their opinion. You can't shit on other people's opinion and put them down and say your opinion is the end all to be all. That's not right. Calling people out and being rude and disrespectful and calling people goons and stuff like that. You don't know who's a goon. You don't know what they're gonna do. So when you out here calling people goons and saying things like that, and you say that to their face, what do you think might happen to you? Yes, you are a teacher and you teach kids not to fight, and we all teach kids not to fight. We don't want none of our children fighting, but you're being very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. You have your opinion and keep moving, but you're coming into my chat and you have a specific, goal or trying to disrupt my chat with your opinion. We got you the first time. You're going to have to keep repeating yourself over and over and over and over. We got you, Patricia. Stop it. It's annoying. You're doing too much for no reason at all, girlfriend. We understand. None of us in this chat room is in an altercation. None of us in this chat room has been fighting anybody. We're just talking and discussing a show, and you're coming in with your agenda and you keep going and going and going and going. That is annoying. That's not nice. That's not polite. That's not how you conduct yourself. That's not how you treat people. You're being rude and calling people out. We're not calling anybody names. We're not talking negative about anybody, but you keep coming in and saying negative stuff and downing people and calling my people that call goons. Why are you calling people goons? Calling them old ass goons. Like, yo, that's mad disrespectful. So you can call names. Do you teach your kids in your classroom to call people names? Like, that's wrong. Doing too much for no reason at all. We got your opinion. I even stated that it's wrong to be in an altercation and put your hands on somebody, but I'm also saying you need to watch what you say and what you do, because you don't know what type of person that you're coming in contact with and what type of mental state that they might be in. And then on top of that, you might end up in a worse position than you were before. So that's just way too much. You saying you a teacher, baby girl? We all have the right of freedom of speech. But just like we all have the right of freedom of speech, we're giving you the right, your freedom of speech, but you keep daggering, you keep going at people, you keep being disrespectful for no reason, calling people names and stuff. Like, you saying that we old and all this other stuff and we goons and this and that, but you're acting like a goon in the chat room. You're trying to police my chat room and tell people how to think and how they should feel. That's not right. That's wrong, Patricia. You don't think what you're doing is wrong, calling people names, and you're not even discussing the show. Only thing that you're saying is it's wrong, this is wrong, that's wrong. You came into my chat with an agenda, and just because everybody doesn't agree with your agenda, now you're saying all types of stuff. I haven't been disrespectful to you. I haven't been rude to you. Even the people in the chat haven't been rude to you. They're letting you say what you're saying, but it's just getting out of control. Like, it's too much. Like, yo. Like, for real, like, this is too much. Like, what's going on? Like, we ain't in no altercation. We ain't, none of us in this chat room want to be out here fighting. None of us want to be out here and any type of situation. I am reviewing this show and talking about the situation between Monique and Candice. And I already said it's wrong. I've been said it wrong. I always said it's wrong. I don't promote violence. Like, come on, you're doing way too much, baby girl. But that's all right. Have your opinion and, beat down people with your opinion and call people names. No one in my chat called you a name. I didn't call you a name. You calling my callers goons. You calling them old ass goons and stuff like that. Like, how mature are you? That's very immature. Oh, thank you so much, Tommy Price. I appreciate that. That's just rude. Very rude and disrespectful for no reason. And I don't like to disrespect people. I don't like to call people out. I don't like to be rude to anybody. But, like, I thought that you was going to say what you needed to say and keep moving. And then you just kept going and going and going. But we are down to the end of the situation when it comes to Candice and Monique. Monique is going to be here to stay. I don't think they're going to get rid of Monique. But I also think that there are some people that may be in fear that they can get dragged. And that would be Giselle and that would be Robin. Because now they see what Monique is capable of. And the plots and the plans that they plotted on her can backfire. So therefore, now they can't get up in her face and do all that craziness. Because they know how she could possibly respond to the situation. So now they're going to back. So their plot and their thing to come after Monique and get her upset and basically try to bring down her family, basically saying that she's having an affair, with, her personal trainer. And there's no proof of that. Chris is okay with that. Chris has been very upset too as well, because Chris got on Instagram with Monique Samuels and basically, y'all are talking about my kids. Y'all are talking about my wife. Y'all are doing so much. And y'all are being very disrespectful to me and my family. So at the end of the day, it boiled down to where all this stuff was going on in the background. And you can see that Monique tried to play chess with these ladies and tried to befriend Giselle and Robin. And basically Giselle, because Giselle is the head and Robin is the tail, and tried to, send an olive branch to her. And she said she kept her eyes open. But at the end of the day, Giselle went back and told Monique that Candice is doing this, Candice is doing that. She's befriending Charisse and Blase ain't a third. Excuse me. So you have that situation. Now Monique is like, everybody's up against me and she don't know where to swing or where to turn. And it's just too much stress. And then it boiled down to her getting into an altercation. And I think Robin and Giselle don't want to be on the end of Monique. And they basically said it. That's what, Giselle said, I don't want to be out here fighting. I don't want my wig to get snatched. But people got to understand, the way you treat people, you can do things behind the scenes and plot against somebody. They find out, now you're working together. It's a possibility that you guys can have an altercation, but it ends up being Candice. So Candice, is the one that stepped up, because, Monique, Giselle wasn't going to do that. Ashley don't have a problem with Monique, but Robin wasn't going to do that. So Candice took the bait, and the bait was baiting her to argue with Monique, because they all knew that Monique and Candice had a situation, especially at the lake house, and there's some things going on behind the scenes, because Giselle done already whispered in Monique's ear, and she whispered in Monique's ear, blasting the getting her all hyped up, talking about Candice, and then once the shit hits the fan, oh my God, Monique is this, Monique is that, Monique is terrible, Monique is this. So when you do things, you don't know, when you're plotting against people and you're doing evil behind the scenes, somebody's gonna get hurt in a situation. And it seems like Candice is the one that got hurt, even though Candice I don't think Candice was plotting against Monique, trying to get Monique fired. I don't think Candice was doing that. I think Candice was like, I'm going to get in where I fit in, because she wanted to be accepted by Giselle, Robin, and Karen. Just like Monique wanted to be accepted by the ladies, but they didn't accept her. Just like, Tammy Roman wanted to be accepted by, Evelyn Lozada and Shawnee O'Neal and Jennifer Williams, but they wouldn't accept her. You know what I mean? So it comes to a time and point where people want to be accepted because they're running the shit and they're the most popular, and people take what they say as face, take it to value. And Giselle is kind of like the face of the show, so she wanted to be accepted and she tried her best, and then it didn't work out in her favor, and then she ends up going ham, and then that's being used against her too as well. Tammy tried. She tried. Tammy did try. You know what I mean? She did try. But, the situation is what it is. She did try. And Monique, she tried. But people was in her ear. She was hearing about the plans. Ashley told her plans. Karen came to her. And once Karen found out a little bit of the plans of the ladies coming against her and trying to, expose Monique, expose her marriage, expose, different situations, Karen said, I only know this half, but I'm not going to do that. And Karen doesn't want to pick sides. Now she's being forced to pick sides with who? With Giselle, with Robin, with Candice. Of course, she likes Candice, and Candice is cool, but she's caught in between. Now she has to be forced to say, oh, this one should go this way and this one should get fired. No, she don't want that. She don't want to pick. If Bravo ain't picking, why should she pick? You know what I mean? She's still here. She's still filming. Did anyone see Portia little show? Oh yeah, Portia. Yes. Portia went in for, Monique. I didn't see the whole thing, but Monique took to Twitter basically to say that, she loves Portia. Portia's her sister. Thank you, Miss T. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For real. Thank you so much. We got 2 new people that subscribe to the membership. We're getting there so I can drop more situation. And thank you, Tommy Price. I really do appreciate that. You joining the membership is greatly appreciated. For real. So yeah, that's the situation with Monique. Actually, she went to Twitter and she basically thanked Portia and said, Portia's my sister, baby. And basically letting us know that, Portia's riding with her. She's riding with Portia. At the end of the day, it's not a good look because, people are very judgmental and people, feel like, once you make a mistake, you done, you cancel. We all got to make mistakes. How do you think we got to where we at today? We had to make mistakes to get there. We haven't been perfect. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm tired of fake apologies. I'm tired of people getting called out and saying, oh, you did this, I want you to apologize, when they don't mean it. When it's even has to deal with, you know, racial issues. Just be real. Like, if you ain't sorry, don't say you're sorry. Don't lie, because I'm not going to say sorry unless I have to. And when I say I have to, that means my freedom is at stake. So I might say sorry. But it depends on why I'm saying sorry. You know, thank you, Pamela. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining. I really do appreciate it. For real, for real. I really do appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining the team. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Lord have mercy. Y'all got to check out this Ryan Henry situation. Miss Chrissy, baby, 123. Thank you so much. Y'all are right. Y'all are raining on me today. I appreciate that. For real, for real. Tonight is your night, Mary Jane. Thank you, Norris Tony. Tonight's my night, baby. I didn't even know. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate you joining the membership. You know, more numbers I get, the more it'll be so much easier to put out content. It's hard to put out content for like 6 people, but on the low, there's still some stuff. I do appreciate it. For real, for real. I see beautiful family, period. 8, thank you so much, Abso. I appreciate it. Miss T, thank you so much. Miss Chrissy, baby, 123. Pamela Leap, thank you so much. How you doing, girl? You know, Pamela can sing her ass off. Baby boy, thank you so much. I think Monique is very childish, but she should not be in jail. Thank you, baby boy 925. For real, like, you know, I don't want to put nobody. I wouldn't, you know, somebody's freedom at stake, but it is what it is. You know, seeing Candice that she's all right, and before the situation took down, she was out here wilding. I don't blame her. Hey, Sky Nunu, what's going on? Thank you for welcoming everybody. I appreciate that. Thank you too, Abso. I appreciate that. Thank you, Thick Girl 40. The way you nicely repetition, you had to get some love. Oh, thank you, Thick Girl 40. Oh, Lord him. And I don't like, you know, who likes that? Like, I like to chill with my peoples and everybody have their opinion, but when you beating somebody down, there's a whole lot. Hickerson, they all look fake, and I feel like I made out of plastic. They all look fake. You know. Oh, you're so nice, Miss Chrissy, baby, 123. My favorite live, Mary. I am an essential worker, and this show got me through the pandemic. Thank for your light and energy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Miss Chrissy, baby, and keep doing the damn thing and keep doing the hard work, baby, because it's hard to be on that front line. I be scared every time my peoples come home because they work at the hospital and they're on the front line. It's just be like, damn, like every day is a worry, baby, but you got to do it and protect and serve, you know, the community and the people that need your expertise. Keep up the good work, sister. Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate that. Linnell, you're a class act. Thank you so much. An apology that is insincere is just manipulating. Yeah, like, I just, like, if y'all gonna say whatever y'all gonna say about anybody, about any race, and that's how you feel, don't come and say sorry because you're gonna lose your job, because we know why you saying sorry. You know, and you know, when it comes to 2020, everybody wants, you know, some real authentic shit. If you're not authentic, it's going to be exposed, because it's exposed. 2020 has been exposing. And, you know, it's really is one of them situations like, Lord have mercy. So just be authentic. And, you know, and I think people appreciate Monique for not apologizing, not saying she's sorry right away when she didn't feel that, because that would be fake and that wouldn't be authentic at all. And don't say sorry to me if you don't mean it. You know what I mean? Nobody wants a fake apology because, you know, you just had to say it. And so I think that is also helps, you know, Monique too as well. Because usually people grovel, they cry, they be on the floor like, I would never do it again. When actuality, Monique said it could be anybody, you know, but now she's going to get the help, and she's knowing where that anger is coming from them ladies getting at her and plotting on her. And that's how her childhood was, and that's how she grew up, and she had to fight all her life, like Miss Sophia from Color Purple. So it's not an excuse. It's never an excuse. But like I said, you don't know who you dealing with sometimes, and maybe you're the last straw that broke the camel's back. You don't know what type of mental situation they're going through. In 2020, there's a lot of people with a lot of mental issues too as well, where they can't handle certain things and they go off. You know, you really got to be careful, and you got to tell your children, you got to tell your nieces, your nephews to be careful out here, because everybody's not dealing with a full deck. All the wheels on the bus don't go round and round. Miss Sophia. Yeah, Miss Sophia. I had to fight all my life. You know, that's what Monique basically went through. And then she ended up marrying her husband, having these beautiful kids and doing her thing. And then she got on this show, and then it's a rich type of situation. Back then, she was poor. Now she got money, and she's still getting hated on. So she don't understand why she's still getting mistreated and still getting hated on, because now she got the money. I think she got the education. I don't know. She got the money, she got the kids, she got the house. She got houses in all different area codes and things like that. And she don't understand why she's still not getting accepted by these ladies. She's trying to be helpful, not for lazy moms. And now, you know, she didn't fit in the hood, and she was getting attacked, and she had to fight all her life. Now she's into this, you know, different part of life. And it seems like she still got to fight and defend herself. And so she went back to the old Monique, and the old Monique dragged. That's what happened. There's a lot of people that comes from very hard and difficult backgrounds that would never go back to that way. But sometimes you can bring out the old person in somebody that don't want to be, they want that monster buried. Isn't there a clip of a future episode where Candice is, Candice is going to be yelling. She is going to try to, I don't know if she's going after Ashley, because she's going to be going after Ashley. And I don't know why she keeps doing this. She's going after Ashley. And she wants to have an altercation with Ashley. I believe it's Ashley. And then her husband, Chris, is going to get into it with Michael. And she's talking crazy and reckless again. So, you know, it didn't, whatever happened to it didn't mean anything. And then she's talking about somebody's marriage. What if somebody dragged her marriage? So Candice says things. I like Candice. Candice is cool. Candice is a Sagittarius. I like Candice. But Candice, you're going to need to back up what you say. You're going to have to be prepared to deal with the consequences of somebody might try to swing on you. So please go get some training. Go get some lessons. I know you don't think that you need it, and you don't handle situations like that, but you can't be up in people's face. You can't be talking about people. I don't even like Ashley like that, but you're talking about Ashley soon gonna be divorced. Ashley, listen, you in her face talking reckless. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, you just can't go around saying anything and everything to people. Is that the case? People wouldn't have publicists. People wouldn't have certain people in their life to protect them from doing things that they shouldn't do, that would basically put them in danger and destroy their career too as well. So yeah, she's going to be going after, I think she's going to go at Ashley. She really hates Ashley, and Ashley's the one that brought her on the show. And it's just like, damn, man. Miss T, why do you say that? What did Miss T say? Linda, Candice loved to hear her own voice. Pamela, did y'all see how Ashley checked Candice? Yes, she did. She was just like, she said, we're going to be married until I say, we're going to be married until I say we're not married. We're going to be married until I say not. So basically, you know, Ashley's like, yo, I'm going to be married to Michael regardless. When I get ready to leave him, I'll leave him. When I wait for the coins and the cheddars and the money to stack up, then I will leave him when I feel like it. And then Ashley was like, my husband's a millionaire. You know, Monique don't need to pay me. And the reason why, you know, Ashley said that is because, girl, you getting it twisted. You know, you getting it twisted. I don't need Monique's money. You know, Monique had my back when everybody, Karen was coming for Ashley, Giselle, Robin, you know, and also, what is her name that's not on the show anymore? They were coming for, they were coming for her. They was coming for, oh, Michael's this, Michael's that. Allegedly, Michael's been grabbing butts recently. You know, Michael was out here. Everybody was calling Michael out. Karen said seeing Michael, being around Michael makes her sick because it reminds her of the trauma that she went through. Giselle was like, he's snatching booties. Ray was like, you know, he snatched Andy's booty and all types of stuff. Then you had, the other girl that's not on the show, her fiance at the time said that Michael grabbed his booty, was trying to come on. Robin was saying, oh, I heard Michael say he was going to get fellatio. You had Candice saying that I heard he was going to get fellatio. Michael said he's going to get fellatio to Juan and all this other stuff. So Ashley had everybody coming at her, and the person that had her back was Monique. So she needs to turn around and pay that favor, because Monique was out there. Monique even showed Candice's text messages. Monique was was like, I don't got footage. Everybody saying, oh, there is footage. Monique do got footage of the basement. Whatever. Monique was like, my cameras wasn't working. So, oh, Katie, thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, did you guys hear, Katie? I don't know where I put the tweet at, but Katie has came out and said one of the ladies on the show tried to hop in the bed with her. So Ashley was going through it. And even though Ashley dogged her out, talked about her getting in the accident, talking about everything about her, Monique came to her defense. And the reason why Monique came to her defense, because she knows how Giselle and Robin is, and she knows how they was gonna get on her, because she's been in that position. Monique is not innocent because she brought, Giselle's Sherman's girlfriend around, brought up his record of him, lewd acts in the park and Blase in the third. So she's not innocent too as well. But she knows how that circle can be vicious. So she had Ashley back, and so Ashley turned around and had her back at this time. And Candice is upset. Even Ashley tried to be cool with Candice, and Ashley didn't do nothing to Candice for Candice to come. Well, basically Ashley was like, yo, you was yelling, you was in her face, but Candice thinks it's okay to yell and scream in somebody's face and dance around and antagonize them, and they don't supposed to do nothing. I don't, it's because of the way that Candice was raised, that she wasn't raised with the consequences. Like, you should be able to say the things that you need to say. And I have a lot of friends that have children. They was raised that way because they don't believe in fighting. They don't even know how to fight. Their kids don't fight, none of that type of stuff. So, they allowed their kids to have temper tantrums and yell and be rude and say things. But in the real world, when you act like that with people that don't know you, or people, that ain't your mother, that ain't your sister, they might end up putting paws on you. And that's just what happened. And from what we see, Candice hasn't learned how to calm down her rage, because she can read. She reads really good, and her reads are deep, and her reads do hurt. And she does have a right to read without hands getting put on her, but her reads cut so deep that, it's a devastating read. It's a hurtful read. It's the, to pull you under the table and drag you around. And that type of read that she be given. And she can read good. She can read good. Don't even get it twisted. Candice can read her ass off. Her and Ashley are the top readers on this show. Only thing, Ashley knows how to do it in a nice, sweet, calming voice and then walk away real quick. Candice just goes in and she don't stop. And she be acting like it's facts, and we're on TV, so then boom, shit went down like that, y'all. Yeah, Michael needs a check, Lord. It's the real deal. It's the real world. Hell yeah, that's what happened. I'm just like, Lord, I just wish it didn't happen, because I knew this was going to be the storyline until there's another altercation. It's just going to be, this Monique and Candice situation, when we have already talked about this over and over and over, because everything hit the blogs. Bravo got to do a better way of keeping the shit a secret, because when they filed charges, when they went to court, all that was documented in the blogs before the show even premiered, over and over and over. Candice said this, Monique said that for months and months and months, and now we're reliving it all over again this season. So she don't stop till he gets popped, Lord. Tommy Price, Lord. Then why she go to the police? I don't know. Linda, Candice is actually hood rat and will be, especially with the scissors. Lord have mercy. And also, I think a lot of people were kind of upset with Candice when Candice was calling Monique a hood rat, basically insinuating that she's ghetto. She called her that stereotype and that name. And some people will say it's justified because, Monique dragged her. But she was like, Candice kept going on. She was, after she got dragged, she's like, you a hood rat, this and that. Almost like, Candice was saying it as if she was, of another race. So that's why a lot of people just like, you know what, I'm done with Candice. But I like Candice. That's the thing. I like Candice too as well. And then when Candice, when Candice laid down everything that went down, I really believe that she was authentic with that. When she told the whole plot, what everything all the other ladies did and what the other lady said, she just kept her mouth closed. She didn't say nothing, because at the same time she didn't want to be in the middle. And then on top of that, her and Monique just got cool. And then she's also probably thinking about Monique showing the text that she texted about Ashley. So she kept her mouth closed and she didn't say anything. She didn't join the plot, but she knew about the plot. She didn't warn Monique, and Monique took that really to the heart. And then we see how it plays out this season. Oh, that's so nice, App. So thank you, Miss Christy Baby 123. Y'all started deleting everything. Oh, I don't even know. I ain't even paying attention. What else? C also was calling her husband Big Boy. Oh, yeah. Was it Giselle? Giselle was calling her husband Big Boy, and he got mad too. All right, guys, so let's just call it a night. Thank you guys so much for joining. Peep Squad, for joining the membership. I really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. For real, for real. Thank you guys so much. Y'all made my night. It's 2:55 in the morning, baby. We still holding it down. Yo, Giselle is a fake Karen Law. Pamela, that's Monique. It's Darby. Disrespectful, Wilson. Oh, thank you so much, Major. I appreciate you. Good night, Linnell. Good night, Absolute. Good night, Tommy Price. And thank you for joining. Good night, Happy Days. Good night, Norris Tony. Good night, baby. Bay Boy. Good night, Ralph Esco. Thank you so much. Please go check out Ralph Esco's YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out Norris Tony YouTube channel. Who else? Miss Chrissy, baby. Thank you so much. Have a good night, Miss T. Have a good night. Thank you for calling. Wilson, have a good night. I'm trying to get all the names. Pamela, Lethem, thank you so much. You have a good night too as well, and bless you. Thick Girl 40, have a good night too as well, bless you. LSW, have a good night, bless you. Norris Tony, have a good night, bless you. Absolute, Abso, Luke 82, have a good night, bless you too as well. Bless all of you guys. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it, Linda. Thank you. I think I said everybody's name I can remember, baby. I don't want to. Hickerson, thank you so much. Have a blessed night too as well. Who else? Sky Nunu, have a blessed night too as well. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for your support, Miss T. Who else? I want to make sure I get everybody else. Miss Chrissy Baby 123, I said your name. Thank you so much. Tommy Price, thank you too as well. Linda, okay. Happy Days, I got you. I think I got everybody. If I forgot you, baby, I don't mean it. Major, good night. Thank you and bless you. And Miss Chrissy, thank you for the donation and the membership. Thank you. Thank you, KO. I think I got everybody. Baby Boy, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the donation too as well. Thank you. Miss Chrissy Baby 123. Pamela, thank you. Ralph, thank you. So I guess I got everybody. Thank you, Miss T too as well for joining the membership. Norris Tony's here. Thank you for calling in. Thank you, Bay Boy, for calling in too as well. Miss T, thank you for calling in. Okay, I think I got everybody. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. You guys need to go check out the drama between Ryan Henry. Let me say this real quick. I don't know if you guys seen the drama that's going down with Black Ink Crew, with Ryan Henry, having an affair with his best friend's, girlfriend at the time. And also Ryan Henry is godfather to their son and everything else like that. Well, Miss NeNe took to Instagram to show all types of paperwork that, she was touched and paws were put on her by Anthony. And Anthony took to Instagram too as well to prove his case that he didn't do it and he is the victim. So Lord have mercy. Black Ink Chicago is wilding out. Like, it's going down. Ryan, you should have kept it in your pants this time, because this shit is having a trifecto effect. Ryan is not a good guy. Ryan did the most. This looks real bad. And Rachel and Ryan was working on their relationship privately because Anthony opened up and he exposed that. And Ryan just went in. Lord have mercy. When is he gonna learn? When is he gonna learn? He needs self-control, baby. What's up with the self-control? You heard, Ashley mom say Michael need to have some self-control. Use them 10 fingers of his. Miss Christy Ryan is fine, though. Lord have mercy. He's too fine because he's taking everybody's woman. Somebody said in the comments, he's really Mr. Steal Your Girl, because Ryan will steal your girl. Lord have mercy. So that whole situation is terrible, Lord. I mean, terrible. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed night. I know, 10 fingers, Ralph. Ryan Kama is going to bite him in the butt. Norris Tony fat.